going to get into a little bit more detail with Matt about group benefits and some of the best practices of what we should be aware of when it comes to benefits for doctors. So Matt, when you're talking about group benefits, what is the importance of understanding your benefits package?
Yeah, so, as doctors would assume, having insurance in some capacity is an important thing, right? As individuals are going through residency and fellowships on occasion, they do get education that says, I need to have basic coverages. And ultimately, that's what group benefits offer. They offer that basic coverage so that doctors can have some type of insurance to protect them, whether that be through unfortunate, death or through, disability.
That makes sense. Now, if you're a young doctor that's going into practice with perhaps older group of doctors that may be closer to retirement, how does that affect you as a young doctor?
Yeah, so, one very critical thing to note about the group benefit space, especially from a young doctor's perspective, is that when you're young and healthy, the best time to get the most amount of coverage is then. And the reason being is your group benefits, as previously mentioned, provide you with that basic coverage. However, there's a lot of gaps that can happen in the group benefit space. And the reason is because group benefits, and from an insurance perspective, the group isn't going to be entirely healthy, right? You have young professionals, you have doctors that are in their 40s, doctors that are in their 60s getting ready for retirement. So with the group benefits offering, the insurance companies have to make note that they have to create an average package for everybody because there is no medical underwriting. So what I'm getting at here is for a young doctor, if they want the best coverage and knowing that, if something happens, I'm going to have full protection, the most important way to do that would be to apply for an individual plan and to supplement the group plan. Now, I'm not suggesting do not take any group benefits at all, doctor. That would not be the recommendation. The recommendation would be, while you're young and healthy, make sure you can get the adequate amount of coverage that you need and the full protection that is available to you on an individual basis.
That makes sense. So it sounds like it's very important to review your group benefits. How often should a doctor review the group benefits package?
Yeah, so I work with a lot of doctors that are, even in residency or new attendings or, all throughout their career. What I always advise them is, once they graduate and elect to, go into the academic route or have their own business or a private practice, to immediately review what is offered to them, right? At Doctors Insured, we don't want to, provide a package that's going to be full out and away and completely disregarding the group package. We want to bridge the gap between what's being offered and what isn't. So my recommendation is, first and foremost, before any doctor, takes on a new role or position, to absolutely have those benefits reviewed. But additionally, every open enrollment season, I recommend doctors reviewing what other things are being added on to those group benefits packages, because especially at private practices, group benefits change pretty frequently.
That makes sense. Now, of course, we do these reviews very often with our clients. What are you seeing as the most common missing part of the puzzle or the biggest hole in group benefit packages amongst their client base?
Yeah, so, again, group benefits provide basic coverage, right? It will provide you with a little bit of long-term disability. It will provide you with a little bit of life insurance. But the one thing that is missing here, and a big misconception about people coming to me saying, Matt, I have group benefits, I'm okay. The misconception is, well, what if you change jobs? Are you willing to risk the fact that you might not have as adequate coverage as you think you do, or in some private practices, especially potential startups, no coverage at all, right? So it's always best to have coverage that we call portable, which is candidly an individual policy.
That makes sense. Thank you for that great information about group benefits.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you.